That's suspicious.
Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
Peace, prosperity to the village gang. Hope all is well. Y'all already know what it is. It's a love thing from here to there. Welcome back to Town Square, where all is clean and all is fair. Today we are doing a little more expose on Erica, especially after she just dropped a new video about a message to, I guess it was to the internet, right? To everybody who's not buying what she's selling, pretty much. Easy day. We about to jump right into it. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the love. Y'all know what to do. Hit them buttons, etc., etc. Right? Push the video where it need to go. It helps out the channel, support, etc., etc. The free support, I always talk about. The extra stuff, I appreciate it, but I don't ask for it. You hear me? I never will. I don't think I will. Unless it's probably like for real with Tito. If he needs some braces or something. You need braces? You don't need no braces. He good. Let's get to Sharon. I want to play this video first. I played this video already here, but I want to play this one. Y'all think I be joking when I say she's a gangster. She's a gangster. She is a gangster. What up, Red? She's a gangster, bro. I'm not joking. Yes, we are watching the video that I already did. I couldn't find the other one. Stop crying. We got Red in here. You already know. This motherfucker, she's a gangster, bro.
You feel safe.
She's in a. That's not anybody's background but Charlie, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because there goes the chair right here. That's angled at that damn. What do you call that? I don't know what the name you would call that because it doesn't look like it's like mine. Like mine, I could just pick mine up and move mine. Right? I could just grab that shit and sling it across the room. That looks built into the frame. I wonder what what would be the proper name for that.
I do. What are they going to threaten me with?
Trotting through all of these events, attending, speaking, massive sold out 21,000 spillover crowd at State Farm Stadium. And the PR machine was like, oh, you notice that she's doing a lot. Well, let us explain to you why she has no fear. Let me explain to you why she's abnormal. She's just sits above you all. In fact, Erika Kirk herself jumped in, and this was the reason that we were given via her interview with Jesse Waters. Take a
listen to this. Listen to this goofy. Listen to this shit. This is about to be. I can't even watch this without laughing already, dog.
listen.
Shout out to Candace. This is an old shirt that I shot already.
You feel safe.
I do.
That's not it. I just want you to look at the face. Just look at the face for a little bit.
What are they going to threaten me with? Going to heaven sooner to be with my husband. And I
That motherfucker's. She's a gangster, bro. I don't understand what we're not getting. She is a gangster. No two ways about it. She's a gangster. What you gonna threaten me with? No initial thought about the children now being officially orphaned. Because if you get knocked, because you fearless and you in them streets out here. And if you fearless, thugging it, and getting knocked, because for some reason, there's this threat thing. I'm not jacking it. But let's say we walk that lane and that thought and that processes, right? Instead of being at home, raising your youths, you out in the street running and talk. Cool. But you fearless. The first thought, a natural thought, is yeah. You know why? I don't want my children to become an official. That is the normal, natural thought of a parenting person. She's a gangster, bro. Accept it. She is a gangster. Let me use my button real quick. Allegedly. But all I could go off is the things that are presented in front of us, right? That's all I got to go off. That's some gangster shit to say. That is some gangster shit to say. What they gonna do? Send me to meet Big C? Send me to see Big Kirk? That's some thug shit, dog. I think y'all don't give her enough credit. I think y'all don't give her enough credit for being a super soldier out here in these streets. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping, G. Give her that general salute. Straight like that. She bought that action. She about that action for sure. Pause for the call. Big Reaper has entered the banner. Let everybody know. 4-star General of the FBNHT, the MSG. What up, G? Appreciate the support, my man. 100 grand. I don't know if y'all can tell I'm tired, but I'm fucking dog tired.
I need money.
Always supporting the channel, bro. Always helping the channel grow, my man. Appreciate all the support, G. You hold on. You get, you know what? You get ready, G. Let's put 4-star in the banner. But the reality is simple. The reality is extremely simple. She about that action. Especially with all the things that we already suspect. This just kind of falls in line, right? This falls in line, but we're about to look at something more. We got some more stuff to talk about. We got some more stuff to talk about. So buckle up. And we're here. I'm already tired, so I ain't gonna make this show too long and keep y'all up all night, because we know y'all got lives and shit. I know y'all got lives. But if we seen all these different versions, all these different actions that it doesn't hit, right? It don't come across the way it's supposed to. Easy day. Easy day. Dunskies. We've seen all these different versions, facial expressions, emotions, smiles, fake tears, allegedly fake tears. They look fake. They don't look authentic, right? Sometimes the smiles don't look authentic. I think we're asking the wrong question when we say, who is she or what version is she, right? Nobody's technically one version of themselves. Are we seeing the true person just split into different frameworks, right? Like a rainbow has all these different colors in it. Are we just witnessing the different versions, different, I want to say, personalities? But a lot of us do have different personalities in different certain situations, right? I think the part that we clash with is when the emotions don't really jive with the reality. It seems performative more than natural and real. Is this trauma responses? What up, Dallas? Crazy ass.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
What if her emotions that she displays is the emotion that she thinks needs to be displayed and not the real natural emotion? Are we looking for a real reaction other than, let's say, the appropriate reaction? Because not everybody's reaction to everything is honest. It's a lot of weird stuff going on over there. And I tell you what I think already from a couple videos ago. Not a couple, but videos ago, streams ago. It's something going on in there. Y'all know what I think? I think this is a project. I think this is honeypot handling Manchurian candidate shit. That's what I think it is. And when Buddy didn't go along with the program, Buddy started straying away. They reported it and did what they had to. They did what they felt like they needed to do. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think I've delineated from that stance ever. But let's jump into another video real quick. Let's talk about. I'm trying to figure out, should I just look at the response, right? The response. What should I look at? Candace responding to her response. I'm trying to figure that out right now. It's gonna be the same thing. Let's look at the regular response. We could do a regular, clean exam of it, and we can just go through this as a gang, punching y'all opinions. Y'all already know over here. Nick says she wants to see the Candace one. I like that Candace response is gonna be cut up with Candace responding to it. You know what? We'll do both. Oh yeah, 20 minutes. I think we can knock out both of them shits. We get to see the video, we respond to it naturally, put our inputs in, give our allegedlys, give our thinking pieces on it, and then we look at the Candace response. That sounds fair enough. Yeah, we had 20-minute mark. We're making good time already. And all right, it's up. Here we go.
Nothing will ever be enough for the evil in this world.
Look at this stare down cut. I'm telling y'all don't give her enough credit, bruh. Y'all tripping out here in these streets. She might be a certified with this shit, bruh. All right, y'all playing out here. If somebody stand me down like this, I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna take that as I want this person to give me a hug next. That's all I'm saying. Look at that stare down, dog. Bruh, yeah. All right. I tell you what, you don't want to catch in the alleyway at 2 a.m. This is who you don't want to see in the alley at 2 a.m. Nah, you don't want to see that in the alleyway, dog. You crazy? You might as well get ready to scrap it up. Tie your gym shoes up. You feel me? Roll him up. What are we talking about?
Our country has become unrecognizable. These people
Fierceness, dog. The fierceness of them stare downs.
have perverted the truth to the point that they motivated the murder of my husband. They have continuously tried to assassinate the president, and anyone who stands in their way is labeled hateful, racist, fascist, and every other trigger word that is grossly dishonest. We want the best for our country. They don't. This is why Charlie started Turning Point USA in the first place. He didn't trust the radicalized liberal teachers. And this past Saturday, it was a school teacher, of all people, a school teacher that attempted to change our history for the worst with bullets. And everyone is asking why I even went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
I'm not buying it. This is why. Just the artillery he walked into that building with, there was no way. In reality, he was making it anywhere. He had a hand cannon and a pump. Oh, and apparently some knives. Apparently he had 2 cuchillos with him, right? Who are you? You know how many in a pump? 12, not 12, 8. You get 8 with 9, or did 7 with 1 making 8 when you max out your tube? That 8 and 1. If you combat load it, well, not combat load it, but if you load one in the receiver and load your mag tube, where are you going? Where are you going? Nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You're not. Yo, it's literally impossible across the board. Let's say the hand cannon got 14 and 1. In the midst of the action, you're gonna miss some. But let's say he missed 5. You think he got enough action with him to take out the lobby, get into the room, and then get the stop. We gotta stop. We need to stop. We need to stop. And already the fierce look and the we see the agenda already being driven in this whole thing already. It's clear as day. To me, at least. I'm gonna use my sign once more time. From where I'm sitting at, in the comfortability of the town square, mi casa, this is what it looks like.
And it was because many of the journalists in that room have attempted to dehumanize me. And I wanted to meet some of them face to face, quite frankly.
I told you. Y'all keep playing with, y'all better stop playing with EK, dog. Y'all keep playing with EK if y'all want to. I'm here for the smoke. She said, you know what?
Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids?
Yeah.
You're in them streets. Dog life. Y'all running around acting weird. She the one calling. She pressing y'all like this.
This nigga's scared.
Yeah. She outside. Ready to press journalists. Nap, what up, Jesse? She ready to press motherfuckers up, G. Y'all inside scared. Marked out.
Pussy. Pussy, pussy, pussy.
She ain't playing, son. She want smoke. She want wreck. I wanted to go see him face to face to see if they really about that life. To see if they really getting shit off like how they be talking on a idiot boxes. I want to see him face to face. They got shit to say about me. I'm about to go see about them. Y'all keep downplaying my dog, bro.
Why have a conversation about me when you can have a conversation with me?
I think people have tried. I think you selected who you wanted to go talk to. I think you were very selective about that. I know you were selective about that. She looked at the swiper, no swipe. Oh, man. I don't even know what that is. But somebody's laughing, so they probably know and they probably think it's funny.
So, for example, a journalist from the Daily Mail came up to me She introduced herself and she was very gracious. She was saying, "You look so beautiful. I'm so sorry for your loss." To which I replied, "It is so nice to put a name to the face, especially with all of the slander, the lies, accusations that are out there surrounding my husband's murder and myself." And I,
once again, if you stayed your wide face ass out of the media and played the back as the grieving wife, the mother to two children, ain't nobody would have said a word about you. That I could almost guarantee. I could almost guarantee the little chitter chatter would have been nil. But because you wanted to jump out here and run shit from the front side, you think you're not getting smoke? You crazy? Yo, you was getting smoke since you did that memorial thing with the fireworks setup. Smoke. Full press and shit. You did that video with the casket joint, with that hand joint. You think people jacking that shit? People not jacking that shit, dog. People ain't as slow as y'all think they are. Y'all just think y'all so fast that they are slow. That's the problem. But you wanted a spotlight, you just gotta deal with it, dog. That's it. You wanted to run TPUSA, you running it into the fucking ground. Shout out to you. Which I think you should run it into the ground, because it has nothing to do with the man who started it. Nothing. It's literally the anti-Charlie shit. It's literally the anti-Charlie show. It's literally the anti-Charlie TPUS. It's toast. It's Dunskies. Run that motherfucker. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you do.
I said to her, "You know what's so interesting? This is my first time at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And I find it so fascinating, the dynamic that is going on right now, because everyone is all dressed up and you guys are co-mingling in and out of each other's cocktail parties. And so for one night, you are able to put aside all of your differences for the sake of freedom of speech. And then by Monday morning, things will go back to being an absolute bloodbath between all of you." To which she replied, literally, she said, "I know. Isn't it special, right? Isn't tonight so special?" And following that conversation, it was time to take our seats and we went into the big ballroom where
Did y'all see that? Please tell me you saw. Please tell me you saw that. Please tell me you saw that switch. Okay. Look.
big ballroom where the dinner was. And one of the first things I noticed when I walked into that room was quite literally the proximity of the opposing outlets to one another. Quite literally the into that room was quite and one of the first things in the room where the dinner was. Following that conversation, it was time to take our and following that was special, right? Isn't it tonight so special?
Look at this.
And following that conversation,
That mean mug, dog. I'm telling you, son. Y'all keep playing with my dog, bro. My dog about that action.
it was time to take our seats, and
Keep playing with my dog. We gonna show y'all what's up. What are you talking about?
we went into the big ballroom where the dinner was. And one of the first things I noticed when I walked into that room was quite literally the proximity of the opposing outlets to one another. So you have one table here that's Politico, and another table here that's Fox, and another table here that's WAPO, and you're all crammed together, elbow to elbow. And to make the night even more of a spectacle, every single 10-person table had 10 bottles of wine.
Crammed together. Why would you be crammed together? You could select venues that could accommodate. That's not the only venue. I'm pretty sure things become fire hazards at a certain point. If we talking about crammed, I'm pretty sure at a certain point, buildings and rooms, specifically rooms, are rated for a max capacity of people to not create fire hazards. If a fire does break out, everybody has enough room to get their shit together to slide out the building. I see these signs everywhere. Max capacity, maximum capacity, max capacity. Even elevators tell you the max weight they want to carry. She's an unlikable person. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's why it doesn't transfer across. But that's why in the other videos, I brought up the projects, and I brought up Manchurian, and I brought up Ultra. Monarch, parts of Monarch is involved in there. It's another one. I just keep forgetting the other one. It's not. Is it Artichoke? Not Artichoke. Not Blue Beam. Either way, moving on.
And the president of the White House Correspondents Association, she did a great job.
Because remember, these programs didn't exist until they pretty much had to exist, meaning that the exposure was so high on them, they had to exist. They had to be. All right, cool. They're real. Remember those? Remember that? It was not real. But all of a sudden, all right, cool. You got us.
Job of trying to make the evening have that feeling of Americana. You know, we were in a room celebrating freedom of speech despite our differences. And the U.S. Marine Band performed the national anthem so beautifully. And then shortly thereafter, gunshots.
Shout out to the Marine Band, bro. What they talking about? This is what is were they just even eating appetizers at that point? They finally got to take their seats. So the band comes out and plays. I mean, I guess they could run appetizers in that time frame. But you can't walk around when they playing the anthem. Everybody's at a standstill. So did they preload the tables also with appies? With the wine? Jesus Christ.
Shots rang out and total chaos ensued. And you guys have all seen what happened next because there are 1,000 videos of it. So let's discuss that fact for a second. If you were in that room, you had no way of knowing what the status of the shooter was, how many there were, or honestly, really anything. It was just utter chaos. And so during an active shooting, these journalists are using their phones to find moments to capture for clips. They were so concerned about getting a video in a room with an active shooter that they could have accidentally and quite literally filmed themselves being shot. Many of those people have become so desensitized that fight or flight became secondary to the opportunity of putting themselves into the story, which ironically breaks the number one rule of journalism.
There's news crews and camera crews that literally go to war zones to film. War zones. Real war zones. Is that not journalism? Okay, cool. So they're in the ballroom, shit starts shaking, getting wonky, and they decide to get a piece of the story. Isn't that their decision to make, though? If they're journalists, that's kind of like they discipline, most likely. They scholastic and professional discipline, most likely, right? So if they decided to pop out the cam, get a couple shots, that's on them. Furthermore, the assailant wasn't in the ballroom. The assailant was outside the ballroom, which is why they caught him in the hallway. And if everybody's inside, security is outside, and at that moment, they kind of ducked for cover on their natural instincts. Pop they yeah. I don't see that. Yeah, that's a weak talking point. But if they did that's on them, right? Because let's say they did venture into the ballroom and they was the first one standing up with the cam up and they get knocked, then they get knocked. That's the issue right there, Dollars. If this is I'm talking about this like this is a real thing. I'm talking about this is a real thing. Everything we heard about it so far is legitimate. Ain't no wonky business. Ain't no woo-woo. This is exactly what happened. Some assailant that was crazed figured out, you know what? I'm tired of this shit and went crazy. Cool, got it. Do I feel that way? No. But let's roll with the narrative and the story. Right? Let's keep the sandwich together. Let's not start splitting the sandwich apart. Then if they get knocked, then they get knocked down. So it's kind of on them. It's on them. They get knocked down, cool. They get knocked down. But to use that as a segue point. No, back to you, Dallas. I apologize. Yes, your point is insanely perfect. This is why. How? That's poor protection across the board, which then leads to more credibility. That might be some bullshit. Allegedly. But let's say it's legit. That's poor security. I don't give a fuck if it was an engineer, a teacher. I don't care. I don't care about them little shit. That's poor security by the agency, which primary responsibility is protection of the big dog. Piss poor job. Piss poor job. Okay, so you track it. Okay, you tracking it. Okay. Yeah, I saw the video. I saw the video too. Yeah.
And again, ironically enough,
Do you see how in the video how fast that dude is? I like this motherfucker is a trick. This Usain Bolt.
the shooter was a teacher. You have these people who are supposed to be teaching our children the future of this country, and he's so unhinged that he is able to teach children by day and then attempt to murder the president of the United States by night.
There's also a bunch of teachers right now on trial for essaying of kids. So don't stick to that teacher point. It ain't heavy enough. I'd back out of that. Just talk about the individual. Nah, that's a weak sauce. Try again. They didn't say whether he never. That's crazy. You so. Thank you, dog. Okay. All right. Thank you. It's yo. You. Physics is a thing. Physics is a real thing. Ergonomics, moving things around, body function, mechanics is a real thing. That's all I'm gonna say. How could you travel? You can't be the two.
On TikTok, teens get over 50 built-in protections from the start. But for parents, further under 18, own screen.
Yo, her facial expression is so wild. It's like you watching somebody morph into different personalities right in front of you the whole time. It's like, you ever seen a video of how they do photo shoots? All right, now raise your eye, smile with your cheeks. All right, now close your eyes and be fit. That's what it looks like the whole time. Oh, beauty pageant shit.
What did he say?
It makes sense. Makes sense. They coached them throughout the whole session. You heard it here first.
And in his manifesto, he starts by contextualizing himself by saying, I am a citizen of the United States of America. And while we may have big problems with illegal immigration in this country, I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens. This is what got my husband killed. This
I'm figuring it out. Give me 1 second. We don't believe you. Didn't believe the tears. Didn't believe the sadness. We don't believe the kids at this point. We don't believe the intentions are pure. Don't believe that you really love that man. But what we do believe is that you want to use that name and that title to fly yourself into some type of stardom. And you use every political talking point. Every single one. Right now, in this speech, we've heard it all. We heard illegal immigration. What? Why? We don't. This has not. What did illegal immigration have to do with this whole story? Let me ask you a better question. Could that whole part be left out in the statement that she's making right now to do the my husband? I still don't like that my husband shit. Still. I still don't like I don't like it at all. The statement could have been made without bringing up illegal immigration. Are y'all hearing this agendarized conversation, talking points, hit pieces, trigger words, this is Republican talking point thing that's constantly flowing through this whole conversation? Radicalizations, illegal immigrants.
Is what has led to 3 legitimate attempts on President Trump's life.
There's a lot of people that would disagree. A lot of people would disagree. That's all I'm saying. A lot of people would disagree. I think I'm gonna leave it as that. I think I will leave it as that. I think that will suffice. There's no need to argue about, at least not today. Let's not argue about that today.
And I can speak firsthand to that unbearable toll that this must take on our First Lady. There has never been a president who has faced this many assassination attempts in Americans' entire history. And after
Side note, I don't think there's also a president that went from being as popular as being as non-popular ever. Not saying that's an excuse to do anything to anybody at any time, but especially when we talk about knocking bodies off, right? And having to get a tattoo, a teardrop tattoo in your face. I'm not talking about that type of stuff. But her talking points, it's clearly agendarized. It's weird. Yo, that is a wild way to put that statement.
What did he say?
That is a wild, yo. Dog. You get points for that one. You get points for that one because the way you worded it. That's good job.
for each one, the reaction from the far left has been, at best,
Now it's the left.
a shrug, and in some cases,
Now it's the left.
a sick disappointment that
The same draw that Tyler Robinson, the one the same one that looked like it's almost impossible for him to have done what he's being accused of. They called him a left too, right? And I said, no, I don't see it. I said that shit from day one. Don't see it. Don't see it. Don't see it. Another thing the right likes to put on the left is the ABCD community, right? But when TPUSA showed up, allegedly, to certain cities, allegedly, the Grindr app broke. Allegedly. You dig it?
shooter was unsuccessful. We're all human beings. And if you can just pause and just take a minute and ask yourself, how would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one? That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady.
More right talking point. The right just had a whole conniption about this shit. This is what you want to address? All right.
He said that she had the glow of an expected widow.
Serious face. Look. Stop playing with dog. Y'all play with my dog one more time. I'm on your motherfucking heel. What, dog? My dog out here. Trip. My dog out here with the ninja get up. My dog trills, huh? My dog trip. How you tell me?
The glow of an expected widow.
Serious face. Tight lips. Finish the statement. Big eyes. Drive it home. I'm serious. I'm serious. This is an attitude right now.
I want war with all of you.
That's what she's saying. That's what she is saying. Are we not? Are we watching the same thing or not? Bruh.
Just 48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality. In this culture.
So he said it before or after? He said it before or after is the key to this whole thing. I'm getting them vibes too, bro. Come on, bro. Hey, yo, let's take a quick spinny, you hear me? Quick intermission. We're going to be right back at it. Y'all be nice to each other in the chat. Be pleasant. Give each other pleasantries. Yo, we bike. We are bike here. Who used to dress like this? So what y'all got on? All right. Okay. All right. Dollars need that ass whoop for sure. Dollars, you need your ass whoop. Who used to dress like? Not Eminem. Is it Lara Croft? It's I want to say it's a revolution. Che and them used to wear the green. Chatham was noticed. Chatham used to wear the green setup. That's who it is. That's Sarah O'Connor. Sarah O'Connor used to wear that setup. Yep. John Connor mom, Sarah O'Connor. Yep, you're right. I watched Terminator. You gotta explain Terminator, motherfucker. I know Terminator.
Culture we're living in absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized through all of this, truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of the hell these past 7 into a moral crime, hours before that nightmare almost became a reality. And this of an expected widow. Just 48 hours before that night.
So how would he have known that that would be a thing to happen? Clearly he was referencing something else. Clearly he was referencing something else and not what happened at the dinner, right? So where's boy, when you're digging, you gotta, boy, when you're reaching, you better stretch before you reach, you hear me? You better stretch before you reach. Dallas Lee, we're talking about what's her sign. I'm about to do the astrology on her. I got my tarot cards right here. I'm about to do the reading. Yeah, crazy ass. Nobody give a fuck.
Meow 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 meow.
Boy, that woman some shit, boy. I need to know her sign, cause I can tell you. What? It's a rising Libra, a house what? A house dragon, and a serpent in the sun. Oh God, braces. What are you talking about? Boy, that woman will womanize some shit fast, boy.
Nightmare almost became a reality. And this culture we're living in absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal.
That doesn't even make sense. The statement prior to this statement right here doesn't even align itself. Did ChatGPT write this shit? Nap gangster, what's up? Woman 20th. Oh, you dealing with crazy ass tarot card. Libra crazy ass. You know what? Her name does have her sign in there. Dallas Libra. If she was like a Scorpio, she'd be like Dallas Scorpio. If she was from Kentucky, but was an Aries, that should be like Kentucky Aries. Not a.
Turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized through all of this.
It sounds like she's describing a certain group of people, don't she? It sounds like she's describing a certain group of people when she made that statement. A certain group of people that when you say the thing that you do is wrong and you disagree with them, it's all our war. And then you get called a obic, a ism, and all these things get to fall upon you. Ain't that strange? The same people that we think is involved in this whole scenario. It sounds like she's talking about Zionist behavior, but attributing it to what the culture. Let's listen first.
Truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all.
What?
Every morning I wake up.
Hold on, wait. What?
You will arrive at the chilling conclusion
What are you talking about?
opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And
Yes, Zionists do this shit all the time. Got it.
And here's what I've realized through all of this.
Look and listen. What are you talking about?
Truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months.
Pushback, being called out, taking over. Okay, got it. Losing Charlie, then the put. Okay, that's hell for you. Your kids at this point, because nobody knows. What are you talking about?
If you strip someone
of
their humanity long enough,
you strip them of their humanity long enough. Got it.
you will arrive at the chilling
If you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will
conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all.
you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will come to the conclusion that they don't need to exist at. What is going on? Oh yeah. What is she talking about? If you strip someone of their humanity long enough, then you will come to the conclusion that they. One more run at it. One more run.
An opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've.
She's off the fucking rails. This is some off the rail shit. This is some off the rail conversation type shit. There's no continuity in it. There's no continuity at all. What is the? Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. Humble servant, help me out with this one. And love the other 4-star. I need to listen to this a little bit more carefully. I have to be missing something.
Realized through all of this, truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all.
Got it. No, it works. No, it works. It works. I see it. Now I see it. You have to put it together. You have to put them together. It does flow. But it flows in the name of literacy, right? It doesn't flow in the name of regular everyday Americans. You see, if you, I'll play one more time. I'll play one more time because I caught it. It took me a minute, but I caught it.
Before that
But then again, who gives a fuck? This is America.
nightmare almost became a reality.
Okay, he said that the joke 2 days prior doesn't. This shit is. It's a lot of the things are all over the place, but this
In
one,
this culture we're
I can see the continuity in this one.
living in,
It's not clear though, right? It's not clear because the dog whistle is the dog whistle. You smell me?
absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized through all of this. True.
That was the setup. That was the setup, right? Opposing viewpoints to moral crimes, right? When we know for a fact people ain't fucking with literacy because of the shit that literacy is doing. But I think it's purposeful because it is a dog whistle.
Truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity,
Who is being targeted to be stripped of their humanity and their right to exist, allegedly, right? Listen, so this is a good dog whistle.
long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion.
If you strip them of their humanity long enough, you are the one oppressing them, right? Listen, you are the one oppressing them down. You keep stripping them of humanity, then you arrive where?
That they don't deserve to exist at all.
You are constantly stripping their humanity away from them. So guess what happens? You look at them as subhumans. They don't need to exist because I took the humanity from them, right? What the fuck happened in Palestine then? Moving on.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me.
That's oh fuck. Yo, I was tired when I started. I was tired when I started this show. I ain't tired no more, boss. You hear that fucking dog whistle? Love. The other 4-star just said the same thing. 4-star said the same shit. Because you won't shut the fuck up. Wake up. I'm awake now. I'm definitely awake now. What? Jesse said, bang, bitch. This is the biggest dog whistle I've heard in a long fucking time.
Truly.
Yeah, I figured you was talking about her. Ree, what's up, girlie? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Ree, you working hella hours. Let me get some money, dog. What you talking about? You know, get down, bro. Let me send me something in the mail.
Having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all.
Which is a true statement. But the dog whistle, ooh, that's good. I told you, bruh. I told you my dog a gangster, bruh. What y'all talking about, bruh?
This nigga's scared.
Y'all better stop paying attention on this shit.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me.
Me too, dog. I was tired. Now
I have comedians dressing up in whiteface.
He's pissed off about that shit. Yo, she went at Elon Musk hella hard about that fucking about Grok about Grok seeing it and really thinking it was her. She was not jacking that shit. Everybody getting smoked. Elon, you get smoked too, blah. What you think you is? You ain't special, boy.
I have
You know who my dog is? You know who I am? I'm a board member for the Air Force Academy. What? Son.
people
I got direct line to Hegseth. I got direct line to JD. Trump, my mans and them. You didn't see me at the dinner, motherfucker? Elon, she telling Elon, I get on your ears.
people saying I'm not fit to be CEO.
That just rubber meeting the road, right?
And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband.
Ooh, look at the spice, G. We locked in. All right. I know this is supposed to be a quick show. But I'm fucking up now.
To be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claim.
Look at the girl spice. She turned on the girl. Look. That's the bitch. Hold on. Where is it? Do I got one of those drops? I don't got no. Come on, dog. I got one of them drops. All right. Gang, we need to get a drop. We need to get one of them drops. I need to put that on the list of drops to get. She not playing. Oh, y'all think my dog pussy, dog. My dog. What you talking about? She is not, look. And I got she about yo, 50 Shades of Erika on display in a 9-minute video. Less than 9 because Blockhead had to have his little fucking drop-in advert, whatever the fuck that was. Round of applause for the absolute worst acting ever. At the same time, I need to find a drop.
Of people saying I'm not fit to be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
She's not playing out here in these streets, dog. Y'all wanted to see my dog, bro? Tell my dog, yo, call me up, bro. I link my dog. Y'all make it happen. You heard? She not playing. She thugging out here in these streets. Never said that, but that's okay. That's okay. Never said that. Candace never said that. Candace has never said that. Right? We know that, right? Cool.
There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country.
Serious, sad. I'm touched. I'm touched right now. She's feeling some type of emotion about the country right now.
The most
Snap out of it, back at it.
unthinkable tragedies have now become commonplace in our daily headlines, and yet the media finds a way to conveniently explain away violence. Now become commonplace in our daily headlines, and yet the media finds a way to conveniently explain away violence. This is what we're up against. This is what we're up against.
When does the media explain away violence? Wait, how? How do they explain away violence?
What is happening right now is something none of us can afford to ignore. The evil forces working to divide us, to distract us, and to pull us apart has never been stronger. This is a moment for Americans to come together and decide what kind of country we are going to be before we lose our country altogether.
Who you gonna lose it to? Who you gonna lose the country to? The people that people put in positions to represent them don't represent them. And then the people that put them in positions don't get them the fuck out of there when they don't represent them and do their job correctly. So who are we losing the country to?
In Romans chapter 12, verse 21, it says, do not.
Now we have the full spectrum now. Full spectrum. Now it's the Bible. Let me holler at the Christian gang.
Not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. And this is why my husband created Turning Point USA, so we could have civil discourse and debate and open dialogue, because when we stop talking to each other, bad things happen.
If bad things are gonna happen, I think they're gonna happen in general, especially when you're using this framework. Diplomacy does work. But if we're talking about diplomacy, do you feel like the world is being diplomatic right now, or the world is leaving diplomacy behind and everybody's just coming to the corner with their strap in their hand? What diplomacy dies, then at that point we look at force. I think we all comprehend. I think it's not a hard comprehension point. Well, let's take a quick spinny, dog. I gotta drain the vein. Be nice. I may have a problem with overhydration, bro. I might need to cut back on my hydration routine. This is too much at this point. This is just too much. You can drown. Yeah, I know, G. I know. The sodium. Yeah, I know. I ain't that bad into it, but I do need to tighten up a little bit. Maybe get like a better routine. I just drink water. I just drink water and drink water and drink water and drink water. all day. So it's like when I come home and like I have my sip, and we just sitting here chilling. If I pour me some rum or some shit, me cooling. It's like I'm just adding more liquid into the body. And that's it. Adding more liquid. So guess what? I gotta come out, right? Yeah, I gotta get a better routine. You diabetic. How the hell am I diabetic? No, I'm not. I'm actually pretty healthy. Psycho.
I am choosing to fight for America, for my children, for your children.
You're not. Oh my God. If you was fighting for your children, you wouldn't have took your wide head ass to the ball. You be home busy. You be home busy doing double the work. Because you know what? Now you're a single parent. Nobody's jacking this shit. You fighting for my...
And for our humanity.
You fighting for our humanity? Because we're losing our humanity?
Because we all need to do our part. And by the grace of God, we will.
All right, I'm done. These demons will invoke God, but never describe what God, ain't it? I say the Almighty Creator. And I say it not because I'm ashamed of where I stand. Because y'all know I say Allah, I say Buddha, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, Christ, Jesus. It doesn't matter to me. Lord, it doesn't matter to me. I say all the names. When I say Almighty Creator, I'm giving respect to where everybody else stand at. That's it. But my intention is clean. My intention is pure when I say these things. I don't think these people's intentions are clean and pure like that. When people be a lot, yeah, that. No, crazy. I just told you why. I can't deal with Libra. Libra, you're gonna read my tarot cards, and my tarot cards with me is like, you know what? He might be having some of that sugar. He might have some sugar. That girl is hell, boy. That girl is hell on wheels. All right, we at the 2.5. All right, let's stretch it out. Let's stretch it out a little bit. I gotta turn the speed up on this one. You know, Candace talks nice and slow and articulate, and it's gonna work. Are we in? It's showing.
He's dressing up in whiteface, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
On the heels of the White House correspondent, she tweeted that she would be addressing her latest traumatization. And she did that today. She said, I need to spend time with my family. We should have pulled the tweet. She went literally in one sentence. She said, I after today's traumatizing shooting, I need to spend time with my family. And then I will be on the Charlie Kirk show on Wednesday. So I think she just needed 48 hours. And what we got today was objectively weird. It was weird for a couple of reasons. First is that it was 9 minutes, and then they just played Charlie Kirk clips for the remaining almost 2 hours. The second thing is that it was pre-recorded, okay? It was straight from the teleprompter, and it was very clearly not written by her. But we can kind of go over the points that she delivered. And yes, there's been immediate backlash. And yes, I am already being blamed for the immediate backlash because it's always somebody else's fault when it comes to Erika Kirk, okay? So the first thing that's weird is the reason that she gives for people asking that question, why did you go to the White House correspondence? And you literally just said you couldn't do your UGA commitment because there were credible threats and you couldn't trust the Secret Service to absolve them. Then you did an event with Trump.
Anybody ever notice how symmetrical her face is? Her face is hyper-symmetrical. Like, I've been looking at that for like a week now. When she came back from the trip, I'm like, okay. Symmetric. If you know about the symmetrics and the beauty standard, like, all right, yeah, okay, you understand what I'm saying.
Which relied upon the Secret Service.
Attraction, stuff like that.
And then now you're doing another event, and it's like a press event. right? That actually Charlie hated. He always made fun of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So why do you feel obliged to show up here? And here is the answer that she provided. Take a listen.
And everyone is asking why I even went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And it was because many of the journalists in that room have attempted to dehumanize me. And I wanted to meet some of them face to face, quite frankly. Why have a conversation about me when you can have a conversation with me? So, for example, a journalist from the Daily Mail came up to me. She introduced herself and she was very gracious. She was saying, "You look so beautiful. I'm so sorry for your loss." To which I replied, "It is so nice to put a name to the face, especially with all of the slander, the lies, accusations that are out there surrounding my husband's murder and myself."
I want to put the name to the face. So when I press it, I know who I'm pressing on. I know your name, now I know your face. It's up, it's turned, and it's burnt.
And I said to her, "You know what's so interesting? This is my first time at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And I find it so fascinating, the dynamic that is going on right now, because everyone is all dressed up and you guys are co-mingling in and out of each other's cocktail parties. And so for one night, you are able to put aside all of your differences for the sake of freedom of speech. And then by Monday morning, things will go back to being an absolute bloodbath between all of you." To which she replied, literally,
Didn't she bring up that point again about people having differences and disagreements later on?
she said, "I know. Isn't it special, right? Isn't tonight so special?"
Any buyers? Any takers of that? That she went just for the social experiment of it all? And by the way, I know we're not allowed to remember anything she says yesterday, but I'm pretty sure that when she sat down with Caroline Levitt on stage at a Turning Point event, she says that she didn't read the headline, she doesn't care, she's completely removed. We've been told over and over again that she's just not aware of what's going on. Now she's saying, "I actually went to this event because I needed to confront these journalists who day in and day out, I actually know their names," which is more than I can say. I actually don't know the names of all journalists who write articles about me. I don't care to learn about their lives. I actually virtually never give them statements. Like my PR isn't open. You just go out there and say, she doesn't care because I just got tired of answering for things. But that's what we're getting. Now we're getting that she went there and she got dolled up and...
My bad. I didn't mean to make you sound like a fucking chipmunk nutcase. My fault.
It was because she simply just wanted to, and she even went to a pre-party, I believe, right? That was posted as well. But that was just because she wanted, it was a social experiment. Okay. And next she's going to say something that is ironic. Okay. She's going to call out those journalists because that's why she went to just like, "I don't like you journalists." She's going to call them out for their reactions to.
I'm pretty sure she prayed for him already, because didn't she say she forgive Tyler Robinson with tears? "I forgive him," and cried cried long crocodile fucking tears. Everybody applauded and was like, "Oh my God, she's really, dog? Be serious, bro."
To the shooting.
If that's what it is, I ain't reached the level of Christ yet. I ain't reached the level of Christ's life, Christ's mindedness, Christ's heart likeness. You not one of my, you dog, only Christ knows. Only Christ knows. I don't even know. I know I'm not going to be FDA and HT trend. No, I'm not going to be FDA and HT trend. We're gonna be sitting here potted and kicking the funk, and no. It just ain't gonna work like that. I already shot that show. Shot 2 of them already.
Okay, take a listen.
If you were in that room, you had no way of knowing what the status of the shooter was, how many there were, or honestly, really anything. It was just utter chaos. And so during an active shooting, these journalists are using their phones to find moments to capture for clips. They were so concerned about getting a video in a room with an active shooter that they could have accidentally and quite literally filmed themselves being shot. Many of those people have become so desensitized that fight or flight became secondary to the opportunity of putting themselves into the story, which ironically breaks the #1 rule of journalism.
Anybody in the chat want to tell her what's ironic about that statement? Anybody remember Terrell Farnsworth? And when we said that was weird, they said it wasn't weird. And now Erika is basically going, who would record themselves in an active shooting? This is Terrell Farnsworth, doesn't know how many shooters there are, doesn't know what's going on. Seconds, this is not even a minute after Charlie hits the ground and he's behind him, and he recorded himself. Take a listen.
That's the dude.
They just shot Charlie.
Okay, yeah.
They just shot Charlie. They just shot Charlie. Oh. They just shot Charlie.
Hey, yo, chat gang. I want to ask a question. Punching where you stand at. Is she knowledgeable / involved in Charlie Kirk getting out? This is your opinion. Just opinions from what we've seen. In your opinion, do you think she's involved / knowledgeable about the scenario, the situation, etc., etc.? That's it. I don't want to run the poll, the survey. I don't want to run the survey on it. Yeah, or re. No. You can't have all these different masters. You hear me? You bring your ass here and you stay here. You hear me? Furthermore, I'm waiting for you to send me that packet in the mail. You hear me? I heard you working them long hours making that long bread.
He's dead. God help him.
I'm just pointing out irony. That's all. I know I'm going to get crushed for that. How dare you remember? I go kind of spending a lot of time on this case, and it's part of the bizarre reactions that the public doesn't feel good about. So I just think it's weird to call out journalists for the exact same actions that your team took. That still works for you. Taking down cameras. All that's a bit weird. That if they started taking down cameras, you might think it was a little weird. Anyway, another part, which this is random push coming from the White House, and you're going to hear this from Erika and from the First Lady as well. Where I'm just starting to feel like they're coming after the First Amendment, right? And bizarrely, they're going after Jimmy Kimmel, which I'm again angry at. This is the second time that they're going to make me defend Jimmy Kimmel. They are trying to assert, and again, on the heels of Trump sharing that about me, on the heels of his advisors sharing this information about me, all right, going after my family, that it's actually Jimmy Kimmel's joke that is to blame for the White House correspondence incident, okay? And Erika Kirk is going to underscore that as well. Take a listen.
If you can just pause and just take a minute and ask yourself, how would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one? That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady. He said that she had the glow of an expected widow. The glow of an expected
Just
widow.
like so
Just
disingenuous.
48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality.
It was a joke. I can't do the Hillary Clinton campaign. I can't do it. That's how it felt. Trump would make a joke about something and then they'd all get out and pretend it was super serious. And it's ironic because like Jimmy Kimmel was a part of that syndicate of people that did this. And I said no, and I couldn't stand Jimmy Kimmel. And I still really don't like Jimmy Kimmel, but they're flipping it now on its head and they're Jimmy Kimmeling it. Okay, they're doing the thing where they pretend that a joke is existential. A clear and obvious joke is as existential and now the source of shootings. That's that. This happened because Jimmy Kimmel made a joke. She may have liked the joke. I don't love everything that's said about me. Oh well. But the big news, of course, is that as she got toward the end of this pre-written monologue, not written by her, is that she name-dropped Drewski and she name-dropped me. And that was supposed to be, I think, as they planned it. And this is why she's got to stop working with Blake Neff. It's giving Blakey Neff wrote it. I know he's her writer for things. This was supposed to be a moment of bravery or something. And it's going to backfire. Take a listen.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
man, it's just not, the performance of all this is not good. And before we get to her claim, in which people immediately checked her on, and it was not trending in a good way, it's not trending for her in a good way, the reaction to this, whatever this was
I had to clean my nose. I'm back.
supposed to be, just an obvious lie. She wakes up to headlines and Candace Owens saying that she killed her husband. Now, I'll show you how they're trying to clean it up. It's similar to UGA. It's going to be narcissistic abuse, where they blame it. They try to wiggle out of Erika lying, as opposed to saying, oh, she misspoke. They're going to try to assert that, no, Candace did say this. But overall, before we get to that, the response has just been brutal, okay? Everyone is calling her out. They're saying that the look is wrong. People are making fun of saying that she looks like she came dressed up as the assassin that was walking up the stairs, allegedly. But also just her general demeanor. Okay, here are just some of the reactions. We can go through them. I guess I missed it. When did Candace Owens mention anywhere in the podcast that you murdered your husband? You didn't miss it. I trust gas station sushi more than I trust Erika Kirk. This user writes, I was hoping you were going to address all the questions being asked of you. This lecture was pointless. We're just getting lectured every day. We're so tired of being lectured. This person writes, Candace Owens never once made the explicit claim that you murdered your husband. All she has accused you of is being a liar and a fraud. By the way, when that is my repeat accusation, which I've proven that you lie, it's best not to lie in the monologue that you're going to come after me, right? Like that, like, come on, lights on, guys. This person says, so she's not resigning. She's ruining Turning Point USA. She should just go home and stay at her mom and stay as a mom to those poor kids that have no parents at this point. Here is another tweet. This person wrote, if Erika truly is just a grieving widow and not actually a bad person, which is now becoming harder and harder to believe, then somebody around her who cares needs to tell her the following. 1, her disposition is totally unlikable. 2, her delivery is completely untrustworthy. And 3, every time she opens her mouth, she digs herself a bigger hole. I would rather not tell a widow how to grieve, but I would advise a wannabe astroturfed CEO to go home and spend some more time with her kids that she claims to love so much. Here's another couple of funny tweets. Did Erika tell her stylist to, quote, give me the assassin outfit today? Another one, Erika Kirk trying to prove to us that she did not try to kill her husband. These are obvious jokes, guys. I know they're now criminalizing jokes, but these are jokes, okay? Erika Kirk out here dressing like Eminem when he got sober. I did not see that one before. That's very funny. This person, why is Erika Kirk wearing something that looks eerily similar to an Imperial officer's uniform from Star Wars? It fits the theme music when they walk out. So yeah, across the board, people are laughing. They're mocking it. They're saying it was, you're lying. And also it's just weird. It was weird and it was awkward. And speaking of the lying, which like I said, many people called out right away, as that person said, I've never made that statement on this podcast. Of course, they instantly then started realizing that they needed to defend it. And of course, they came out with 2 different excuses. Okay. Blake Neff came out and said, well, Candace.
For a whole organization that's supposed to be so tight-knit at the top, it's a lot of different onesies, twosies coming out. Like, couldn't we just get on board and have one story? But it's the thing about the lie, right? The thing about pressure. When you start to build a lie, you kind of gotta die on the lie. You kind of have to die on the line. Not the line, the lie. I think we're witnessing a nice mix of it isn't cohesive and as structured at the top as it seems now. Especially with the big dog not around. Because allegedly they thought because it was already structured, they could run. Like the machine is already built. The machine is already on track. All it has to do is keep moving in that direction, not knowing that the big dog actually brought something to make that thing keep rolling in the speed it was rolling at. Thinking about it. Thinking out loud is all.
Didn't say it, but she implied it. She implied it in the episode where I said that the police should drag Erika in for questioning, that Charlie would have already been dragged. He probably would have been arrested until further notice and asked questions if we had found this many holes in his story. Like, of course, they should have her phone. They should be asking her questions about various lies, because that's just how it works. So that was Blake Neff's excuse. Now, Andrew Colvet's excuse is even more bizarre. Andrew Colvet is going to present an out-of-context text message, which looks like it got passed around at Turning Point USA. I got to give Andrew Colvet, like, they're never on board with, they're all like running in different directions, but he is the king of the narcissistic abuse of the public. right? He instantly comes out and starts chastising us, and he can never just be like, you know what? I would have instantly said she fumbled over her words. She meant to say that she feels Candace implied it, but of course that would have been a hard sell because it's very clearly scripted. And look, you have all over the internet.
The other reason why it's a hard sell, not even a hard sell. The other reason why it's not something that they do is because when it's certain disorders within the functionality of the thing that's between your ears, it's where you're beyond mistake. You don't make mistakes. Infallible, perfect. And it's not you and it's everybody else. So when you share in this type of ideology, when you have a crew around you of yes men, yes woman, that never say, yo, that's bullshit. We need to pull our socks up, right? Tighten our bootstraps, etc., etc. What needs to be done to push forward and accomplish the main mission. This is the fallout. The lack of people being on the same page. Simply being on the same page. I have to do this shit every single day at work for success. Every single day at work, I have to do it. Because we have an objective and a goal.
That people are calling her out for lying. Why would she utter that statement? Why would she say that I accused her of murdering her husband? And as it was going viral, too many people obviously watched the show. So they just clocked it immediately. So Andrew did his thing, right? To prove this was real, he presented a screenshot of a text message joke. A joke definitively sent by me. And I will say right now, Andrew Kovet, you have my full permission to release the entire conversation, because how dare you remove this joke from its context, okay? And it's a message that had never been revealed to the public. I stand by it. I'm assuming employees passed this around. It now kind of explains why so many people got fired. I think I'm grasping some understanding of that. And he presented it as an authentic exchange, despite the cry emojis. I was being asked what questions I planned to ask Erika when we met up at the end of December. So you recall at this time, this was during the week where Erika was going viral for her interview with Barry Weiss for a number of very funny reasons. And they were pushing real hard in the press to assert that asking Erika any questions was despicable, off record, and it equated to accusing her of murdering her own husband. Okay, so I sent this as a joke, an obvious joke, which they know is a joke, because when I met up with Erika, I never asked this question, and I was being funny, and I think it's funny, actually. I said this in response. I said,
quick note. You ever seen a small dog fucking with bigger dogs constantly? Just constantly snapping at them, playing, biting their feet, biting their tail. Because they have a lane of behavior that could get away with. Because they comprehend the big dog will turn around at any given second and send them to see, what's it called? All dogs go to heaven, where they up there playing poker, relaxing with cigars and whiskeys. They fully comprehend. But they making really good mistakes the whole time, because instead of saying we got nothing to say, they want to fight. But you know how you know this is real? They don't fight the heavy hitting points. None of the heavy hitting points will ever be addressed. From the very beginning, it was a nitpick game. When clearly the overarching, the main component of the argument is correct. They would argue the fact that, oh, you said 1 o'clock? Dumb. It was 3 o'clock. This how you know this motherfucker's a liar. Okay, cool. The time was off. People live in different time zones. Let's say she was looking at the clock on the wall. Daylight savings happened, right? Spring forward, fall back, whatever the case is. That's the point they argue. They don't argue the fact that the major conflict, they will argue 10% of the whole conversation and think that that's a valid enough point to bring up in the name of discrediting. When you could discredit the main component of the argument, the main topic of the argument, the main subject of the argument, the meat and potatoes, the bone. It's so many ways, but then that leans to the credibility of Candace constantly. That she's really talking about some shit that's worth being talked about, and she's really on the hill.
And that's on, this is the tweet. The person is asking, what are you going to ask her? At the bottom here, you can see I said, I'm asking everything. First question, why did you murder your husband? Cry emoji. And again, the context of this was us making fun of Barry Weiss and Ben Shapiro and the syndicate of people that had come out and said that asking any questions about Erika Kirk at all was akin to just saying exactly that you murdered your own husband. This was never released to the public. It's a private conversation. So to pretend that that is what Erika was responding to today, how disingenuous can you be, Andrew? You have to get tired of it at some point. You just got to get tired of it. Again, I will assert publicly, you have my full permission. Go Max, release the entire chain. I have nothing to hide when I said and I asserted several times, there is not a single thing that he can point to that I said on this show that was leaked to me by Aubrey Leitch, like from December 15th, okay? Post getting fired, obviously she spoke out and I've had many conversations with her, but nothing was leaked to me about that I presented on this show about anything that was going on internal. So pretending that this joke that went around of I'm the first thing I'm going to ask her is why'd you murder your husband? Like, why are you gay? Is a little over the top. Release it all. Let the public judge. I have nothing to hide. And in this investigation, when I went into that room, I believed that, Erika was being a little weird, but I thought that I was going to get straight answers. And then she lied to my face. And from that point on, when I clocked her on those lies and when the public kept repeatedly clocking her on lies and seeing your reaction to it like it is right now, I grew increasingly suspicious of Erika. I remain suspicious of Erika. I think that is any person who is being honest. Why don't you respond to what I'm actually saying? I am saying that donors are telling us that that was an AI video or an AI audio that you presented of Charlie Kirk. Wouldn't that be a great time to clear that up? If you're going to sit there and you're going to point the finger at Candace Owens, I would have said, and it is egregious that Candace Owens is implying that we would make this up, that Charlie didn't want me to take over. And then you slam dunk, show the video of Charlie Kirk saying in Aspen that he wanted you to be the CEO. I have made a lot of claims about you lying, and I stand by the claims that I have made on this show. Okay. I stand by the claims I have made. Like I said, I spoke to multiple donors that were at that event. It is strange that you will not release that video. It is strange that you are now pivoting to a private text message thread to assert that I said you murdered your husband. What does that mean? Did you shoot your husband? No, I'm not accusing you of shooting your husband. What I am assuming that I have been open about on the show is that it reeks of dishonesty. And that people told you this. There's something about your general nature that comes across as very dishonest. You don't seem to be interested in the very many holes. I wouldn't be able to stomach sitting or standing next to Kash Patel, and yet you do. You're sitting here at a White House Correspondents' Dinner. Why don't you ask him to give the defense what they need if you want a speedy trial, victim? Oh no, I'm just there to, for a social experiment. Well, you're standing next to the FBI director that's holding up your case. I wouldn't be able to stomach looking at Kash Patel, and you can. I'm sorry that we're all noticing these sorts of things and keeping track of the very many lies that you and Turning Point people have told. Biggest of all, which no one wants to address while they're putting on this widow grift, is the lie that you told about the surgeon going rogue, Erika. How about responding to that? The surgeon went rogue. Andrew Colvett went rogue. I wasn't a part of the conversation. You lied about that, Erika. That's a big lie. That's not a small lie. Okay, I'm not coming after you like the internet was in early days for wearing hot pants with JD Vance. I don't care about that. That's not relevant to me, how you style your hair, how you want to do your makeup, how much eyeliner you want to put on. That feels petty to me. But you lying, allegedly, according to donors that were present, about Charlie saying...
That shit did happen. Once you found that boy hair and up that boy neck, that did happen. That's what Reaper was alluring you to.
I want you to take over if I get killed? Yeah, that matters. You lying about the surgeon and beginning the entire story about a Superman neck, but actually you were on the phone, but you lied to my face and you're pretending that I have to take that because you're a widow? No, that doesn't work for us. Okay. That does not work for us. In fact, Baron Coleman called this out. The widow grift and trying to tell us that she's allowed to lie to us because her husband died is so on its face absurd that it should be rejected by all people everywhere. Take a listen to what Baron Coleman had to say on his show.
Nowhere in the Bible, nowhere in any religious tradition does it say, if you're a widow, you get a free pass to lie to anyone you want, to gaslight everybody you meet, for everything you've ever done in your entire life that is dog doo-doo. You just get overlooked. No one's allowed to bring it up. No one's allowed to talk about it. For the rest of your life, everyone has to fawn all over you and support you because, my God, you're a widow. It doesn't exist. I've looked at scripture. It's not in there. Erica, Graham, Gary, not in here. Andrew, Blake, doesn't say it. There's no requirement. I support her as the head of TPUSA. There's no prohibition on me criticizing her for documented falsehoods. None. None.
All right, let's talk about it. When people bring up the point of Candace having some type of big dog, I get it. I completely get it. I also get that she possibly has a switch. A KILO switch. Activate. And if anything to happen to her right now would be a high implication of the people that she's currently beefing with. And just like Charlie had the ability to galvanize millions of people, Candace has garnered the same type of respect out here in these streets. And it wouldn't be taken lightly. How the scientists are disappearing, people are piecing this thing together all the time. I think we had like 20-some scientists at this point. Donna, what's up, mama? Hope all is well. Good to see you out here in these streets.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
She is not in no way, shape, or form dumb. I think she's positioning herself in a really, really good spot. So on top of doing what she did, she let everybody know there's a KS effective. If anything happens to me, the KS is going out. But if you watch her behavior, her speech patterns, and how she presents the information, like I said this shit a long time ago, that she knows a lot more than she's giving out right now. Because what she's doing is, and the description I used was when her and Charlie went, what's it called when you get in your big galoshes, not big galoshes, but your fly fishing. When they go in the river and they fly fishing the whole time. There's a certain skill when it comes to fly fishing. Fly fishing ain't just like regular fishing, right? And her and Charlie went fishing. They had pictures of the trip, etc. It was a dope ass picture, to be honest. And I used that picture to explain how she's really fishing with these people at the same time. She's giving them something and letting them expose themselves. Give them some more. They expose it. So she's just literally hook, bait, hook, catch, bait, hook, catch, bait, hook, catch the whole time. Same cycle. But the thing about it is she's not giving out all the information. She has way more information. We can watch the last 2 weeks and see how much more information she really has. Fuck that. Cool. In this response, she identified exactly where it came from and told Buddy, release the whole shit. Release the whole shebang bang. The fearlessness alone is commendable. But people don't do this blind and ignorant. This is not blindness and ignorance. The other day, she admitted to getting some pushback about the guy that was in Fort Huachuca. And I didn't even know Valhalla was involved in that. I knew that Gary from Paramount was involved in it and somebody else. But I didn't know Valhalla was involved in it. I thought Valhalla was implicated simply because of his connection to Paramount. But she said Valhalla was like, nope. Valhalla pushed back on it and say he ain't Mitch ain't from the gang. Cool. But the points still exist. The hard points still be existing. You can accuse me of something and keep going on about it. And I'd be like, I just gonna be like, no, not true. This is why it's not true. I keep on pushing. I think that's the most sensible thing that everybody does. But the cloak and dagger shit, the secret behavior that goes on over there leads to more suspicion and makes people look into shit more. Just that simple to me. And once you start pulling on one thread, you could probably unravel this whole blanket. Right? People don't pull out financial records ASAP. Financial records show up ASAP. Baron Coleman smoking shit out. Pulling up police recordings. The video files. People are grinding this thing down to the absolute zero. People are grinding this thing down past the they are atomizing this whole thing. Gotta prove it. Exactly. Prove it. Thank you for summarizing.
And I'm tired of this gaslight play.
We're all tired of being gaslit all the time. We are so tired of them moving the goalposts and problematizing us, clocking the lies as what is problematic. Like it's problematic that you recognize that she is lying. It's problematic that she keeps lying to your face and you keep noticing it. And she just moves to absurd excuse like, oh, well, there was this private text chain where Candace said, Erika, did I actually, when I arrived, did I say, did you kill your husband? Oh, so it was probably a joke, Erika. It was probably a joke. And you should share the full context. Don't retweet as she's done. Andrew Colbert, oh no, that's the excuse for why I just said that publicly. This private chain that nobody saw. Everybody recognizes that as a lie. You guys just keep piling on the lies. And again, you can't get on board with the same messaging. Blake Neff already gave a different excuse. Well, she implied, Erika, no, it was this joke that happened in December. Private joke that happened in December. That's the reason we're saying that with the crying emojis. Nobody ever makes a private joke, obviously, that what she meant was that I killed my husband. Okay? Stop being ridiculous. Please hire a new PR team. You are not smarter than people in the public. You just aren't, actually. And I that's honestly going to be your only saving grace is to just exercise some humility, man. Just come out, say, I am sorry I canceled my event at the last second to UGA team, right? I was embarrassed to come out because there wasn't a lot of people and I'm under a lot of pressure right now. That works. Humanity works, okay? I did tell a stupid lie about the surgeon. It was a big lie. It was a really dumb lie. I don't know why I said it. You know why I said it? Because I was advised to by a really stupid PR agent. That's probably what happened, right? Just deny that in the face of overwhelming evidence.
Said that Candace as usual, dog. Big dog chum in the water. Big tuna. Damn, I did it again.
Respond. Have the courage to respond.
All right, I keep fucking over her fucking stills. I keep fucking this girl over all the time. I gotta stop. We have data, information, and video. We don't lack. My bad. We don't lack the intelligence of comprehension. We don't lack the experience of the real world. We have the experience of the real world. We live here every single day. We deal with the bullshit, the emotions of people. We deal with this every single day. I think we kind of have a good bearing on what we witness. But one of us could be wrong. Two of us, three of us, sure. I could influence probably 2 or 3 of y'all to start looking at things the way I look at things. What I can't kind of really influence people to kind of do is kind of like, to be like, yo, something's weird. And everybody is saying something is weird. Nobody was told, hey, yo, you see that facial expression? That's a weird facial expression. Oh, that's a weird behavior. No, everybody was kind of like, yo, what the fuck? I look Chinese right now. Because I'm tired. Y'all been having weekends and off days and shit. Motherfuckers. Shout out to y'all. Nobody gathered people in a group and said, let's look at this. Let's look at this facial expression. No. It hit at the same time. And everybody was like, yo. Everybody was like, yo. So they own barometrics. They own they own barons. They own emotional baron. The psychological barons was spinning. Everybody was fucking working with a full deck of cards that was like, yo, this shit off. And they peeped it. You can't be mad at people. You can be. I think you can do what the fuck you want to do, but the same way you got to deal with this shit, right? Is that the pale horse on your hat? No. Stop trying to read me, dog. I'm unreadable. Can't find me, man. You don't know what's going on over here, dog. This thing right here is a trap vault. Is that the pale horse on your hat? I think shut your fucking long ass up. Are you diabetic? Because people that use a battery. No, I just drink too much fucking water. Not us. But gang, that's it, gang. I may have one. Hold on, I may have one more in the tuck that I loaded. What's the fucking around and laugh at? Oh, this is the fucking worst one. I'm gonna show you the worst one and then we out skis. You hear me? Don't be laughing. Trent, is which toe is longer than which toe? Is your big toe longer than your next toe? Because that me gotta read some shit out here. Long head up. Never figure it out, dog. I think I met one person. And they kind of know who they are. They have read me. That kind of had a real good gist of who I was. I'm not going to say the name. But they live hyper spiritual also. So I think that's why they kind of got a good read and kind of saw. That's all. I pull a card on you in a Libra moon rising. Don't be fucking Libra rising me and then fucking Leo fucking housing and then House of the Dragon and then fucking Hannibal Lecter in my basement. Relax.
We are here to welcome one of the conservative movement's most talented, most outspoken, and most faithful leaders, Erika Kirk, to our great state. We're so proud to have her, and we're so proud of the incredible work that she is doing to help encourage students across the country.
Why the fuck are you crying?
We are here to welcome one of the conservative movement's most talented, most outspoken, and most...
All fucking lies. All lies. All lies. Not the most, not talented. What lies? You crying because she's lying on you? And you gotta live up to that? Listen to this shit.
We are here to welcome one of the conservative movement's most talented...
How? Tell me how.
Most outspoken and most...
How?
Faithful leaders, Erika...
Faithful to what? Horse shit. They just say shit. They just say things and they have no legitimate follow-up background, substantiality, foundation inside of it. Say shit. If she said we have a conservative ex fucking model that got a bunch of boyfriends, they used to drink her ass off, was on reality TV, wouldn't that be more honest? They'd be fucking running a fucking mouth though, just saying shit.
Kirk, to our great state. We're so proud to have her, and we're so proud of the incredible work that she is doing to help encourage students across the country to engage and join Club America, which we're launching here in Arkansas, and we're just honored to have you. Thank you.
Club America. Club America. 1 minute she's sad, next minute what?
God bless you. We're so grateful and thank you for honoring Charlie and his legacy and his mission to have a Club America on every high school.
We are here to welcome one of the conservative movement's most talented, most outspoken, and most faithful leaders, Erika Kirk, to our great state.
Nice. I'm done dealing with these fucking people. Can't do it. Can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Let me tell you something that's fucking stupid. No, I'm not using my friendly words. It's fucking stupid. You would give the biggest nonprofit probably ever to exist money so they could bury, memorialize, and send off the past leader. They have fucking money. They have money. They have money. They have donors upon donors. Not you small fries. Keep your dollar in your pocket. Gas is fucking $4.30. You can buy a full gallon. 2, 3, 4, 5 gallons. But y'all sent your money to them when they got donors that donate millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is why cult leaders actually succeed. People really have this lost loser mentality. And it is rampant and it's rambunctious throughout the society. But he and I nice him, slim, trim, and I'm built to win. I'm fucking Granny's baby, dog. I'm Granny's baby. I'm Grandpa's son. Numero uno, the real McCoy, the father of a fucking first gen. It's always a good time to pull up to the town square and see my familiar faces, my friends. Meeting new people is always a great thing. But my usual gang that's here to fucking tear shit up. Y'all know it's a love thing across the board, dog. Y'all know I'm, boy. 4-star, you already know I'm running on the fumes. Take care of yourself for sure so you can take the people that surround you. Love yourself so you can love the people that surround you. This thing in life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Train every day like the marathon is tomorrow. Get some work-life balance within you. Get some sleep, get some rest. This is not a drill. This is not a test. This is the real deal. Holyfield. We are in it to win it constantly. There is no stopping. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Yo, from here to there, y'all know it's the love thing. Welcome back to the town square at all times where all is clean and all is fair. Hit them buttons on the way out. If you didn't hit them on the way in, keep running that support. Shout out to Big Reaper, 4-star. MSG for sponsoring the show tonight. My man, 100 grand. Y'all know it's a love thing. See y'all soon. Libra, put them fucking cards down. Jesus Christ.